Right, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a very rare car indeed. This is the Mercedes C320 diesel Avantgarde SE with the sport pack on it, with just 50,000 miles on the clock and a full Mercedes service history. And the car is in absolutely fantastic condition, it really is. I go around the front of the car first. Lights and lenses are completely clear and intact, and no marks nose at all or condensation. Front bumper's very clean indeed. Bonnet of the car very clean. There's the odd very minor stone chip which could be easily touched in, but I mean hardly anything. I think I could see possibly two, but there's a couple there, but they are very minor. Coming down the near side of the car first, and it's pretty much mirror smooth in those panels. It's amazingly clean. Front wing again, very clean indeed. All the alloys look really good on the car by the way as well. Just continue down the panel work here. It's been kept absolutely fantastically well. Coming to the back of the car, again, just swap down on the angle. So you can see the panels there again, but really very clean and very original as well, which is really nice to see. Coming around the back of the car, again, no marks that are immediately obvious there. Going to come down the offside panels, as with the near side, just wonderfully clean. Again, alloys on this side, as with the others, look absolutely lovely. And the remaining panel work is just extraordinarily clean. As I say in all the videos, of course, there will always be the odd minor mark which I haven't found or picked up on, so I do apologise. I try and find it as much as I possibly can, but I have to take into some consideration. We are looking at, although it's hard to believe it, a 12-year-old car. It's in simply amazing condition. Coming to the back of the car, absolutely enormous boots, and they are beautifully finished in here, and everything has been kept just wonderfully well back here. Coming to the back of the car now, the interior matches the exterior in terms of its condition, in all honesty. It's really lovely. Full set of Mercedes mats, and this lovely full black leather interior. Back of the car been given absolutely minimal use. Coming to the front now, passenger door card again, as for all the others, kept wonderfully, and no marks nose at all. And front passenger seat again, absolute superb condition. Finally come to the driver's door card, which matches all the other ones. Footwell area is all lovely and clean, and driver's seat again in fantastic condition. So inside the car now, engine's running through this section, so you can see the dashboard actually illuminated. Dashboard just again in simply brilliant condition. Black with silver trim, looks really lovely on the car as well. Come across to the main binnacle there and just pan in there for you. Hopefully you can see that. 55,361 miles, and absolutely no warning lights at all on the dashboard, but it looks like it's been kept, and it has been, just really wonderfully by its previous keepers. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Mercedes C320 Avantgarde SE, and this is with the sport pack. This particular car is registered LG07XEW, and mileage at the start of the road test is just 55,350 miles. The reason we do the road test is really very simple. We basically just want customers or people looking at the car in the advert rather to actually see that car in operation, and it's the very car you've seen advertised. That way, if there's any issues on the car, we can relay them back to you before you make the trip to us. We're very well aware that lots of our customers come from huge distances to come and see our cars, as they do to see many people's cars. But we just feel it's right that you, as I said, get opportunity to see the car in operation. Road test is also done on these lovely quiet country roads, very close to our premises, and it forms part of the road test route that any buyer will go on if offered a test drive. So coming to the car itself, as you'd expect for a car that's been as well looked after as it has by the Mercedes dealer, the car drives absolutely beautifully. It really, really does. It's got a wonderful engine in it. It really has. It's very smooth. Starts instantly, of course. There's no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. But it's just the way the engine operates. It's, you know, it's a very rare car with this engine. It really, really is, and it pulls absolutely beautifully and sounds fantastic for a diesel. It's just smooth. It just pulls like a train. It really, really does. It's absolutely effortless. Engine then feeds through into the auto gearbox, which, as you expect from Mercedes, is very, very smooth shifting. Having said that, regardless of a car's reputation, you should still just make sure that the gear changes are smooth. Pop it into neutral when you're stationary, select drive and reverse, and just see if there's any delays or thunks when it engages. But there's nothing on this. It drives and engages absolutely perfectly. Steering on the car, which has always been lovely on these this generation car, is again just so slick in operation, very accurate, very nicely weighted. What I'm looking for on road test, of course, is just any kind of signs of sort of bit of wear and tear that's crept into the car over the years. But I can't feel anything on the car at all. It just feels so tight on the helm. Just no feeling that, you know, it's done any miles at all. You know, so it's obviously it's done for such a low mileage. You'd expect it to be good, and it is. It also tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations going back through the steering wheel at all. Whether, you know, you're sorry, why I pick a corner to do that on is beyond me, but there you go. There's no vibrations coming through the steering wheel at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. And I do ask our delivery drivers to check on the motorway to report back, but other than saying the car drove fantastically well, there was nothing to report. Chassis of the car, again on road test, what I'm looking for is when it hits a bump like that, is there any other noises coming back through the car, any sort of chattering or knocking noises that shouldn't be there? Normally fairly innocent stuff, sort of anti-roll bar links and rubber bushes just perished slightly, but there's nothing on it. You know, it's silent when it's meant to be silent, and it's a wonderfully, wonderfully comfortable drive. It really, really is. It's so smooth on the run. Just gonna get around the corner for a change and sensibly hit the brakes when I'm pointing in a straight line. Again, yeah, brake pedal's really good. What I'm looking for, of course, is just any sort of vibrations or pulsing coming through the brake pedal, of which there's nothing at all, and it pulls the bonnet of the car down straight without sort of lurching left or right when you hit the brake pedal. Just going to swing around now. It's halfway through this part of the road test. And looking around inside the car, we've not valeted the car yet. It's not going to need an awful lot because it's so clean. It really is in here. You know, there's no buzzers, creaks, anything from the interior. I mean, it's a beautifully made car, as you know, as you'd expect from Mercedes. It really is. It's stunningly well made, and it's a breath of fresh air to me with the way modern cars are going. I find them just horribly overcomplicated. It's the simplicity itself. It's very easy to operate. Nicely equipped car, of course. Every button I pressed thus far has worked exactly as it should do. But it's just, you know, the quality of the interior is, you know, obvious as soon as you get in the thing. Lovely instrumentation in front, minimalist, but very classy indeed. Temperature gauge running at about 80 degrees or just above, which again, it's been running for quite some time now, and that's exactly where it should be on the temperature gauge. As I said at the start of the video, the point of these videos, as much as anything else, is just to show you the car operating. You know, rare do we have a car that's not running as it should, because otherwise we wouldn't have bought it. occasionally we do like to highlight something for you. In this case, there's nothing worth mentioning. The car drives absolutely as you'd expect for such a low mileage, high quality car. Having said that, if I missed something on the video, please don't hesitate. Do give us a call.